Good morning. Welcome to the channel. Welcome back. I'm Kathy Hampton, and we are, goodness, heading right out of June already. But we'll get back to that in a minute. Welcome to the channel. Good morning to you. Oh, good morning, Catherine. Good morning. How are you doing today? Thank you for joining me this morning. It's been a good morning for me. I took a long walk this morning. Started out very early, and yeah, the sun is definitely out. The weather is cooperating, and it's been a good early morning for me. I hope it is for you also. So let me introduce myself. This is Kathy Hampton from Wellside Retreats, and I hold this journal with me session on Tuesdays and Thursdays and Sundays. Tuesday and Thursday we meet at 7:30 a.m. Sunday at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on the East Coast. And today we are going to spend time in journaling. And I may have some prompts for you today instead of the free flow, if you so choose to participate in that. Um, we also will end our session uh, with choosing affirmation cards, selecting affirmation cards to send us off in good a good mood and a good great inspiration for the rest of the day. And I am let's see. I'm sorry, I'm just distracted by something. Excuse me, but we're going to get started soon. I'm going to ask that you um, take a uh, take a weather report for yourself. Determine what how you're feeling today. What's your mood? What's yeah, what's in your spirit this morning? Um, is it bright and sunny for you? Is it a good day? Is it windy and turbulent? Is it um, some grayness in your mood? How are you doing? And whatever you're feeling, however, whatever emotion you have, keep it there. Deal with it. Write about it. We meet here to journal for um, our creativity. We um, journal about what's inside of us, in our hearts, what's in our mind. We also um, capture our dreams or recapture the dreams that we've had. When I say that, we dream of things, we desire things, we hope for things. Those are within us, and sometimes we forget about those dreams, or we try to reimagine what that dream was that we had once upon a time, and we write about it. We also make plans, hold ourselves accountability. All through this tool of journaling is powerful. And usually, if you don't write it down and you have a desire and you don't write it down, it it just may not happen. Believe it or not. Um, so we do a lot of introspection here. Um, we move inward. Within community, we move inward and spend time together. This tool of journaling is part of my offerings on retreats because it is a powerful tool to use. in group settings, as in community, as we are doing here virtually, but also for individuals, taking it away, moving to a peaceful space, um, being quiet and still, gathering our thoughts, and then putting them in a book or even on a canvas. Um, this is what we use, something like this, or a piece of paper like this, pen, pencil, markers, whatever you have available to you. So we're going to get started with 20 minutes. Let's see first who we have here. We have Catherine says she's feeling pretty good and calm. That's good. That's great. Dr. Crystal, good morning to you. How are you feeling? Good morning, Donna, the art appraiser. Thanks for joining us again. All right. Okay. Feeling great this morning. I'm in the last leg of this trip. Okay. Isla Mujeres was so amazing. Restorative. Awesome. Glad to hear it. Glad to hear it. Donna says she's feeling great. I'm glad to hear that. Katrina Lilly, good morning, is with us. This is great. Thank you all for coming this morning. And get comfortable in your seats. Take your 3 cleansing breaths to calm your spirits if you're not already there. And that is inhaling through the nose, exhaling through the mouth. 2 more rounds. Inhaling through the nose, exhaling through the mouth. One more time. Inhaling through the nose, exhaling through the mouth. Okay. All right. So, the questions that I wanted to ask you today before we start journaling, maybe you can use these. Basically have to do with holding yourself accountable for whatever you desire, you want. If you have a goal, um, and really pointing to what is the outcome that you really want. What is it that you want, which will be an outcome. And basically, I want you to consider the events that have come up for you, what responses to that event or events have occurred, and what is the outcome that you deserve or desire. Sorry. I'll give you an example. I recently spoke to you all about going in and getting my results of blood tests and found out that I had very high cholesterol. And so that was the event. And the response to that from me was to, not the doctor, the response to that report was that I followed doctor's orders, so to speak. And really do what was suggested, what was, prescribed. And the response is the important part of the question, because the reaction or the response is something that you control. so that you have to hold yourself accountable for that response in order to get the outcome that I wanted. I keep on using you and I, but the example is an example of me. But how have you dealt with events in your life? What has been the responses to those events that have occurred? And have you held yourself accountable in those responses to get the outcome that you want? It's been it's been about a month, almost a month since I had that report. I responded by changing how I eat and increasing the amount of exercise to get the outcome that I want. And this is not something that is going to clear up within the month, but I will say that the outcome thus far has been positive, and I'm excited about the potential. So think about that. What events have occurred where you've had to respond to the event, and what has been the outcome, or if it's continuous, what changes have been made? We're here to talk about transformation quite a bit, and change and movement, taking action, accountability for yourselves, myself, ourselves. So I wanted to drop that in there as something for you to think about. How are you holding yourself accountable? We can always get, reports, and things happen around us, things change around us. But how do we handle those events, those occurrences? So with that, we're going to start our 20 minutes and get started. So that's the 20 minutes. Okay. And I'll see you on the other side of your journal. Hmm. Okay, so I'm gonna invite you to wrap up your thoughts in your writing in your journals or your painting, whatever you're documenting. Hope that your journaling session, those 20 minutes were impactful, made a difference. Um, and Depending on whether or not you wrote in free flow, which is what we do normally, but I asked you a question today, and if that resonated with you, if you felt that you wanted to go inward and answer that question, it's on the screen. Are you holding yourself accountable for successful outcomes? Um, that is the question I posed to you today. This question actually came up in my discussion with Kia Wilson on the YouTube channel, on this channel, where I spoke with Kia about a mindset, having a good mindset for weight loss. And in Kia's notes, she talks about outcomes, having outcomes, successful outcomes instead of uh, goal setting, because goal setting causes you to, you know, to be to get to like an end, where in outcomes it's a constant. Um, you're checking in constantly for an outcome, a result. Goals, you want to finish something, and or you may not pick it up after you've reached the goal. So especially in the case of weight loss, you have a goal of 20 20 pounds and you stop, and then you might not continue. So the word outcome is important in this question, and this comes from I've done some reading lately about what gets us energized and to take action. And there's an equation that came up. It's a tool that you can use where in the equation is E plus R equals O. E plus R equals O. Events plus response equal outcome. So you have an event that takes place. The part that you need to be actively involved in is the response to whatever event. And because we can control a response, you and I have the ability to control or react to the event for the outcome that we might have in some cases. So how do you make your response the focus? How do you do that? Well, you have to be mindful, meaning that you have to go inward. You have to think about it. You have to focus on it. I'm saying a lot of words here. Mindfulness, focus, going inward. All of these are actual actions actually. And meditate. Spend time in stillness to come up with those responses of how are you going to react to whatever event has occurred. These events happen to us all. Events happen to us all the time. Changes happen all the time. Changes are inevitable. How are you going to respond to those changes? A lot of us, including me, we, stick our head in the sand or in the mud, or we just don't do anything. We become stuck. And that doesn't help us. But if you are mindful, you take the action, you do the thing, you hold yourself accountable, and see what outcomes you have. Mindfulness will tell you will tell yourself, you can control what you come up with, what the outcome you desire. You can control that. So that's where all of this comes from. Some reading that I've been doing, really for this month. I've celebrated this month this was my birth month. It's coming to a close. I've been going inward, and it's amazing what this birth date of mine brought to me. A lot of inward thinking and holding myself accountable for successful outcomes. I am holding myself accountable for the changes that are happening due to age, due to my desires and dreams. A lot of change is happening, and I'm having to really be still in order to manifest these outcomes. And journaling has, of course, helped me, and I hope that it can help you through these changes, whatever changes are occurring in your life. Assessments. you know, assessing everything, going inward and measuring all of the change, all of the things that are occurring for you. Some people are better than others at organizing themselves. Um, I I consider myself to be very organized, but lately I've been taking a look around, and I'm not as organized as I have been in the past. It takes energy to be organized, or it takes an organized mind to to be organized. And a lot of us have a lot on our plates and um, don't find the time, don't make the time to put things in order for ourselves, which makes it easier to actively be a participant in uh, in what we want for ourselves. When we have the clutter physically or mentally within us, it becomes difficult. So it's really important to do that thing called mindfulness, meditation, and rest in order to get clear about how you're going to respond to whatever comes your way, whatever events come your way for that successful outcome. So, with all that said, that's the talk for the day. That is the talk for the day, and we're gonna move into inspiring ourselves with affirmation cards. All right, cousin. I see cousin Andrea came through this morning. Hopefully, she's still here. Are you here, Andrea? I hope that you were able to sit with us for a little bit. Um, and so, anyone have any questions or comments? What do you think about all that has been said? You can put your comments in the box. If you are seeing this on replay, and I didn't say this at the beginning, you're seeing this in the future, please do me a favor and leave a comment and or a question. I I do actually respond to your questions or your comments. I really do, and I appreciate them. I appreciate if you would do me a favor and like, subscribe, and ring the notification bell on YouTube. Um, and I want to thank those who have subscribed. I appreciate you. I get really good comments and suggestions. Someone asked me a question and saw a video of mine and asked me a question that was very poignant and timely. They asked me about my the retreat that's coming up in August. And we actually have only one space available. Someone signed up yesterday, and so we have one space available. We are moving forward with our small group to San Miguel de Allende, Mexico. And that's going to be in August 13th through the 20th. And if you or you know someone who is interested in spending time in a small group setting in a comfortable um, guest boutique guest house in San Miguel de Allende, um, uh, we are going to do it. We're experiencing cultural wellness and healing in Mexico, and it should be a great time in our small community of women who will be attending. I look forward to it, and we you can find information on my website The website, I think the servers or something on the back end went out last night and scared me. There was no website, and then a little later it came back on. So hopefully it's there now. The internets are getting really tricky, but you pay for these things and you want them to stay where they are. So I'm going to actually check to see if it's there. um, because that really scared me. Um, but yeah, it looks like it's okay right now. You can go to wellsideretreats.care to find out information on the retreat. And you can leave a deposit or pay in full. Um, if you payments have to be made by July 30th. Yep. So you can do that, and I would like you um, to come if you so choose. Donna says, this was a good exercise, forced me to look at how I organize accountability for my goals, outcomes, and dreams. Well, good. I'm glad. I'm glad. I like to be impactful. I like to make a difference. So I appreciate that comment. I'm hoping that that works for you. I know that worked for me during this month. Um, uh, I was trying to uh, deal with some new news that I hadn't had to deal with, and how I was going to handle it. Um, yeah, so it all did well, and I want to give a shout out and thanks to Catherine. This month invited me to a wonderful experience. Um, we live in the same town, city, and she shared with me she shared with me an event that helped me with something I had been holding on to for a long time, and that was fear of horses. And um, there were several events in my early childhood that I had held on to, um, and always wanted to get over that. I was just, uh, those events, wanted to get over those. And she shared with me basically equine therapy. And I experienced the response to those events, I'm going to say, were getting up close and personal with horses. The outcome is I'm not as fearful. I'm not as fearful. Um, I still have some work to do because I love animals. So this was beautiful, and we shared it together. So and you know, she came through for me. So thank you, Catherine, for that. That was something that happened um, this month also. Um, June has been very interesting. We've all experienced some strange weather patterns. I believe it's really El Nino, which was really big a few years back, where the heat, and then there's cold in places where you wouldn't think it was cold. It's just like upside down. How do you deal with all of that? What are the outcomes for you experiencing these events? What are your reactions to them? How do you deal with what comes your way? So let's see. Let's see. Crystal, yes, this was an important topic. I'm not doing what I should be doing. I've done so much walking, sweating, and drinking water in 2 weeks that my clothes are fit. Oh, wow. Good, 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 good. Yes. I'm going to tell you, I got my walk on this morning. I've had to increase my walking, taking long walks. The weather wasn't cooperating with me, and so I had to do other exercise. So I decided I would do a little dancing because I love dancing. It didn't, get me to sweat like I should be or get my heart rate up as much, but I did move. And it was the kind of rain where I couldn't go out in it. I guess I could have, but I wouldn't have been happy in the kind of rain that we had. So keep on doing that walking and sweating, getting your heart rate up to make a difference in how your heart has needs and wants to expand. It wants to pump. It wants to it wants to move so that you can move and get that blood circulating. I mean, just thinking about all of it just makes me think about how I want to, you know, show out for myself, for my body. So fitting better than when I arrived. Great. No, see, Crystal, Dr. Crystal, you are in heat and you're around good food down there in Mexico, and yeah, you're able to take advantage of that. I know when I went to Mexico, or when I traveled, I ate better. I got more exercise. I came back and I was thinner, and then all of a sudden, poof. I don't know. It's something about the food, the fresh foods that other cultures have at their disposal. We have lots of food, but we have lots of processed food. I've been cooking so many vegetables lately and eating so much fruit as snacks that yeah, I'm determined. And yes, thank you, Catherine, again. Yeah, and just to see Catherine with I hope you don't mind, Catherine, me speaking of you. Catherine is a petite woman, beautifully petite, and for her to stand side by side to a huge horse and and basically move it from one place to another was astonishing. I can't. Yeah, and it was just so. It was beautiful to see it. Luckily, I took some pictures of it, but yeah, I was blown away, and I was like, God, will I ever be able to do that? I was able to pet the horse, let the horse smell me. The horse knew me. I was trying to get I was trying to get to know the horse. um, yeah, because they're huge. They're like majestic. They're just these horses were. These weren't little ponies. Although there were some ponies, these were big horses. So um, yeah, facing fears. I never. I always held those um, those secrets of my fears um, until just this past month. Um, I never spoke about them, not even to my parents. Never spoke about the fears, and a lot of times we hold our fears in, and they're traumas. We hold those things in, don't speak of them, and they just take hold of our bodies, our minds, our spirits. Um, so that's where therapy comes into place. Being able to communicate those fears, releasing, freeing yourself up, set your mind free. Really is impactful. once you can get into a therapy with a therapist, another human being, to communicate those fears, taking part in therapy as this equine therapy is. And these horses are actually doing the work, helping disabled as well as other people with trauma. And who knew that I would be exposed to that at this time after holding on. And just so happened that Catherine and I had a conversation about some things, and she let me know what she was doing. She is a volunteer, and that is that is the beauty of community, and that is the beauty of being able to open yourself up to your fears. When you feel that you can, when you feel that you can to do that, whether it be opening yourself up to finding a therapist, which can be a little, it can be, doesn't mean that it has to be difficult, but finding someone that can meet you where you are and help you, assist you with your emotions. Yeah, yeah. So I have gone to another realm, but we're gonna spend some time on our affirmations right now that I promise. So Catherine, do me a favor and give me a number between 1 and 52. 1 and 52. Um, Donna, would you please give me a number between, well, I'll wait until Catherine has been able to put her number in first. And then Katrina, if you're still with us, I'll ask you to put in a number two also. Okay, Catherine has chosen 29. So we're gonna, and these affirmations are to send you off with some inspiration, some good feeling, because we are affirming ourselves. These are affirming statements. 29. Let's see. Hmm. Where's 29? This is a large 20. Love. Ah, love. I don't know if you can see that. Love. Number 29. It says, I'm worth loving, and I don't need to justify my worth to other people. Still, whenever I forget I'm worth loving simply because I'm alive, I'm worth loving because I'm blank. I'm blank. I'm blank. And I'm blank. You fill in the blanks. I'm worth loving simply because I'm alive. I'm worth loving because. Write down 4 reasons why you are worth loving. It goes on to say, my list is unending. So when I have moments of forgetfulness, I must remember that I'm worth loving just because. Just because. Great card, Catherine. I'm worth loving. You know, we kind of take for granted that love is with us. We take for granted a lot of those things, and this is one of those magical moments. Magical moment cards. It's something that we just kind of overlook. We tend to love others outwardly, but not loving inwardly. So write 4 things about your worth, you being loved. I'm worth loving because of what? Great card, Catherine. Great card. Loving, loving, love, love, love. Yes, I love. Donna chose 13. Okay, thanks, Donna. And here we are. Desire. Yes, what is it that you desire? Number 13 is desire. I am unafraid to ask for more. I don't have to choose between appreciating what I have and desiring more. It's good to value what I currently have. That's gratitude. That's my words. And it's natural for me to want growth and expansion. I appreciate the blank that I have right now. What is it that you appreciate right now? And I am excited to receive blank when it's ready for me. Awesome. Great card. I don't think we've chosen this card before. 13, desire. I'll read that again. I am unafraid to ask for more. I don't have to choose between appreciating what I have and desiring more. It's good to value what I currently have, and it's natural for me to want growth and expansion. It is. That's change. Growth and expansion is change. I appreciate the blank that I have right now, and I am excited to receive blank when it's ready for me. Desire. What is it that you desire? It's okay to ask for it. It's water, not wine. Yes. Don't you love those? Those are great. Those are great cards. And Katrina Lilly, are you there, Katrina? Katrina, if you are here with us still, can you put a number in the box for us between 1 and 52? Not 13 or not 29. I don't know. Can't tell who's here and who's not. Okay. Dr. Crystal, would you mind putting in a number for us between 1 and 52? If you're still there. Again, these cards come from Tarisha Clark, Dear Self Affirmation Card Deck. You get to fill in the blanks. Okay, thank you, Dr. Crystal. Dr. Crystal chose 11, number 11. Oh, here we go. Resilience. Resilience. We are resilient. Resilience is my nature. It's inevitable for me. I've survived every single one of my most difficult experiences. I have survived blank and learned blank from it. I will survive blank too, because resilience is my nature. Resilience is my nature. It's inevitable for me. That's the affirmation. I survived every single one of my most difficult experiences. I survived blank and learned from it. What did you learn from it? I will survive. I will survive blank too, because resilience is my nature. Yes, resilience is our nature. Yes, it's a part of us. We can overcome, can bounce back. We can bounce back. Yes. May take some time, but we can bounce back. And we've talked about outcomes today, and to tomorrow, I go and speak with my physician again about my outcomes over this month. It's funny, this particular physician will be leaving the practice. I'm going to have to find a new general practitioner, but she wanted to see me before she left. And I really appreciate her. Over the years, she has been on and off my general practitioner, and she came to the practice a very young, energetic uh, physician, and I've seen her through many changes. She was, you know, came from a different practice. She was young, then she got married, then she had babies, and then I've seen her through many changes, and she's seen me through various changes, and now she's leaving. I'm gonna have to find someone new, but that's okay. Um, she's always talked to me with straight talk. Um, did never candy coated anything. When I asked questions, she would give me the straight answers. She actually uh, provided counsel um, and a little therapy, and then gave me numbers for therapists. So she's been a very holistic general practitioner, and I'm going to miss her. But yeah, I get to talk to her about this month of outcomes because I've seen and made some changes in response to the report, the event. Oh, you lost connection. Oh, okay. Okay. No problem, Donna. I appreciate you so much. So Donna, did you hear us read your did you hear us read your card, the desire? I am yeah, you chose I hope you I hope you saw that. If not, I'll read this card again. Desire. I am unafraid to ask for more. I don't have to choose between appreciating what I have and desiring more. It's good to value what I currently have, and it's natural for me to want growth and expansion. I appreciate the blank that I have right now, and I am excited to receive blank when it's ready for me. Desire. So that's the card that you chose. The internets are getting really tricky, connections and all of this stuff. It depends on where you are and what's happening in your area. I know I've experienced some technology. Okay, well, you can, yes, catch the replay. That's always good to catch the replay if you are just seeing this. And or you want to hear it again. Maybe you've missed something and or I've spoken too quickly or something. Yeah, you can see the replay. So I want to thank you all for coming today. This Sunday, I will not be here during the holiday weekend. Um, this coming Sunday, normally I would, but we're going to miss again. But I'll pick it up on Tuesday morning at 7:30 next Tuesday. I believe that's going to be, I think, the 6th. Yeah. Gosh, time is flying. Yeah. I'm Oh, sure. You're welcome. You're welcome. Um, Donna, you're welcome for that. Um, yeah, I believe that's the 6th. After the 4th is Sunday, the 5th is Monday. So the 6th is Tuesday, 7:30 a.m. I'll be here back with you. I hope that you all have a great weekend. If you're interested or know someone who may be interested in traveling to San Miguel de Allende, Mexico, who is interested in exploring cultural wellness and healing, we'll be in a small group, a comfortable, soft landing for our group, and exploring the sights and sounds, exploring cultural healing practices in Mexico. Also doing some journalings, having sister circles, and discussions, and learning from one another, and hopefully learning from me, making some transformative steps toward in our journeys of healing and in community. So I appreciate you all. Have a great day. Enjoy your day. And I'll see you on Tuesday. Much love I'm sending to you. Take care and be well.